COVID-19, politicisation, corruption and suppression of science. That's the title. They did not hold back, trust me, they didn't hold back.
It's now December and we're in Tier 3 here in Sheffield, so the national lockdown has now finished. Last time I was here in Barker's Pool, it was empty. Although, of course, Cole Brothers, aka John Lewis, was also shut. I think most people around here tend to go to Coles. Although you do get people go to the various pubs and restaurants up here, all of which are probably still shut. There's a lot of takeaways happening, but a lot of places are not fully open. Well, I hope I'm playing my part in staying safe chef by documenting these things. Interesting that they'd advocate cashless payments. Fargate looks a lot busier than it has been recently. Although you'd expect that at this time of year, what with the Christmas shopping.
We're all kind of all wanting it. But let's say if you've got that little pods, I don't see an issue. I mean, I can clear with my supervisor. I can't see a problem with that at all. So like I say, as long as that's the case, because as you know, from previous weeks we've had massive groups, everyone's been through each group.
Looks like we've got some new cycle parking here on Pinston Street. I too used this so-called cycle lane the other week. It was a nightmare.
My name's Cuthbert Baines.
I'm Steve.
Hi, I'm president of the Bar Billiards Premiere League. I'm coming here as a representative because our sport has been horrendously affected by lockdown. And I couldn't get a game for 200 days. I had to buy my own table.
Yeah.
Do you run a business or are you just a player?
I run the league.
Oh, right.
I'm the president of the league. And also the best player as well.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And but you can't. But all the places that play that have a bar billiards table, the Gardener's Rest, the White Lion, Cross Sides, the Shakespeare, all of them, you couldn't get a game there because apparently it was banned. And I work in a bar restaurant, massively affected. We've done everything we can to jump through every single hoop. Every time they put new regulations, we try to do everything we can to meet the regulations.
Well, they're changing it every 5 minutes.
Yeah, and then they put new ones and new ones and new ones.
Yeah. Have you been to one of these before?
No, it's the first one I've been to. And I've wanted to go for one for ages, but I thought, well, you never know. You never know, they could be right. Give them an extra couple of weeks, give them an extra couple of weeks, give them an extra couple of weeks, and then eventually at some point you've got to say enough is enough. And they're doing this test and trace, but the tests they've got take about 2 days to get the results. So by the time you got the results, it's out of date. They bought those tests based upon because they were informed by a statistical model, which was wrong, which they haven't admitted it was wrong. Because basically, if you get the results 2 days too late, you've got something like between 1 and 2 million people, or maybe around 2 million people. I don't know the latest figures just yet. Since about the 1st of September, have been tested positive for COVID-19. But they would have all got that result 2 days too late. So they've been spreading it around for 2 days. It's ridiculous, isn't it? And by Sage's own statistical modelling, they reckon they only get half the amount of people who've got. They only get half the amount of people with positive tests that they think have actually got it. So they estimate that another roughly 2 million people have had coronavirus, and they're like, oh, a 4-week lockdown is going to make a massive difference when there's like 2 million people out there spreading the virus around. It gets absolutely ridiculous. And then to lock up students, who are not at risk, it's It's like if they want to save people's lives, like save like the old people and the people at risk. Yeah, you focus your resources on them, and to lock up students who are not at risk. Absolutely, it's absolutely mind-boggling.
I'd like to say his name, and I'd like to see the actions, yeah, man. Donald Trump. Everybody's gonna throw himself in the bus or something, I don't know. Donald Trump.
It's like Hollywood, it's really old, isn't it?
I really wanna give you all my love, yeah, baby. I wanna give you all of my love. Oh, yes, I do.
A few weeks ago, once the British Medical Journal has come out in support of us against the against SAGE, against the lockdown, and against the Tory government, they in the British Medical Journal editorial, absolutely and they absolutely trashed SAGE. It said science is being suppressed for political and financial gain. COVID-19 has unleashed state corruption on a grand scale, and it is harmful to public health. Politicians and industry are responsible for this opportunistic embezzlement. So too are scientists and health experts. The pandemic has revealed how the medical political complex can be manipulated in an emergency, a time when it is even more important to safeguard science. That's from the British Medical Journal.
In the background waiting for the proverbial to hit the fan, and then I was going to blend in with the people, but it's getting closer and closer and it's just not happening, so I need to get up.
I thought it'll get better, it'll get better. Of course it never did.
No, it's getting worse and worse.
Well, that's all that's happened, isn't it? It got worse ever since.
Yeah. And it's going to get worse if we don't try and stop. The levels of control are just going to get tighter and tighter.
Until you can know. I really want to give you all of my love, yeah, baby. I want to give you all of my love. Oh, yes, I do. I really want to give you all of my love, yeah.
Not last winter, maybe 2024, it was a big flu pneumonia here, and over 50,000 people died in the season. There's not even been that many deaths for the whole of this corona thing.
Had a plan in case there was a pandemic. No lockdowns, no masks, still go to school, still go to work, wash your hands a lot, keep a distance. That's what they said, and they ignored it all.
So
are you protesting the lockdown?
We're protesting against all this because it doesn't work.
What I think is that the politicisation of the issue. What happened was at the very beginning, they leaked a mathematical model, statistical model, to the Guardian with the headline 250,000 people dead. Right at the beginning. And that basically framed the issue using a statistical model that made everyone, a lot of people very scared. And rightly so, 250, that's a hell of a lot of people.
And it's not fair on the young people.
Do you know anyone's happened?
We think we had it earlier.
I was coughing up my life. Piece of luck.
You just got really ill, you couldn't breathe properly. It felt like I wanted to think that was it. But it was early on when they were all saying, no, you're not. They just said you've got to either have a temperature, and if you've got no temperature, you can't get off.
They have focused far too much effort on trying to limit the activities of people like me and who are not at risk. And when really they should be focusing their resources on the people who are likely to die.
They're stopping the jobs, they're stopping the schools, the education. Not really. That's not really helping the elderly, is it?
We always have health policies that are specific to each demographic, depending on what their vulnerabilities are. So I don't get cancer screenings, but maybe over 80s might not go to might not be encouraged to go to STD clinics,
People are losing the jobs, aren't they? Not only people are losing the jobs because of the pandemic, people are losing the jobs because they're speaking out.
And it's I mean, I'm lucky that my company's been really good to me, and I'm really lucky about that.
Dirty pan. Lying, government, lying, son of a
Hooligans.
Think you'll be back to your sport anytime soon, or do you think it'll be a
Yes,
long
because
time?
I bought my own table.
Right.
After 200 days, I couldn't get a game,
Yeah.
and I'm the president. I bought my own table, so I've got my own table now. I spent £1,100 of my own money, and thank you very much to my friend John Terry at the White Line for selling me his table, and I now have my own table.
Good.
And it has to be done.